Jason, you keep sending me pictures and like 3D models of weird shapes and things. What are you up to?
I got a 3D printer for Christmas.
Oh, what kind?
I got a Bamboo A1 with the AMS, the 4 different color combo thing. I've only used one color so far, so I don't know that I needed that second piece, but it's okay. So I had a 3D printer when they first started, they first kind of became a thing. And it was this really tiny thing with like a 3-inch by 3-inch build plate. It was really tiny. And it wasn't any good, right? It was like very early adopter kind of consumer model.
Okay.
And so I did some fun stuff with that. It was all like trinkets and just experimentation, but I couldn't print anything useful on it. And it was, I don't even remember the brand. It was just bad. Like the whole experience was very touchy and very manual. And so I kind of fell off of 3D printing for a while.
Okay.
But it's been a couple years. It's probably been, I don't know, probably 6 or 7 years since I had that. So really long time ago. And I know that the market has really improved, and, say what you want about Bamboo and locking down their ecosystem, but they are kind of in my mind, they're kind of the Apple of 3D printing right now, where they're trying to make it a very simplified experience, a very out of the box experience. So I said, hey, let me try again. And I got the A1, which is what I would consider the most beginner absolute 3D printer out there. And I've been printing nonstop. It has not stopped printing for probably 2 weeks now.
Oh, wow. So are you starting a 3D printing business now, or what's the application?
No, but those videos certainly do come up, and I'm very interested in the software that runs them, but I don't think that's going to happen. I have decided I don't make New Year's resolutions, but I kind of, I don't know, maybe a New Year's revelation that
okay.
The storage in my house, the stuff everywhere is because of two primary things. The first is I don't have a place for a lot of stuff. So let's just like my Steam Deck, for instance, or my Switch, right? There's no place for it. There's no shelf. There's no way to charge it. There's no, I think I've talked about it on the show, wanting a charging station and all of that. There's just no place for it. And that's true of a lot of things in my life. So they just sit around. So that has been one kind of goal of the 3D printing. And then the other thing is, forget space or place. I just don't have enough surfaces. I don't have enough flat surfaces to put things on. And that is a severe lack of tables and shelves and bookcases. So I'm trying to solve those two problems. One of them, obviously, I can solve by just printing bunches and bunches of wall adhering devices via 3D printing. And that's what basically nonstop. I've been printing for honestly a week, actually a week, because each thing I'm printing takes a couple of hours. I print it overnight. I start the next one before I go to work. And it's just been rotating constantly.
Do you have the thing where you can look at the little camera and watch it do its thing from afar?
Yes, I can watch it on my phone, which is really fun.
That's cool.
I can start the next print on my phone. Like my girlfriend's been here for a while, so I'll tell, hey, can you just take the print off the printer and put it aside, and I'll just start the next one, and I start it from work. So that's been fun. That's
really cool. I have not joined the ranks of the 3D printer people yet. If I do, it'll probably be a Prusa, I think is what I'm looking at, because they are kind of the other big one that's not Bamboo. And I think they have almost as much ecosystem support, if not more. So I think they'd be fine. My dad has a Prusa 3D printer, and I think he's really been enjoying it. So
that will be my next one.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't have right now. I don't have the space to really set it up and truly have it have its own place. I could maybe rearrange some stuff in my house, but realistically, I don't think I could. And maybe we'll talk a little bit later about rearranging spaces, but it's tough. So I think I keep saying if I ever move my next house, I'll get a 3D printer. I'll make sure I have a space for it. So maybe that's my next course of action there.
I've made some hard decisions about my like room where my computer is, where I am right now. And one of them was getting rid of the TV that was in here. I used to have a TV and a TV stand, got rid of that. So the PlayStation 5 currently doesn't have a home. That's going to have to get, put up on another TV. And I put some shelving in here and things like that. So I'm kind of transforming this room. I'm hoping you can't hear it on the microphone, but the printer is currently about 8 feet from me and it's chugging away.
Oh, wow. Okay. No, I don't hear it. So hopefully it's not coming through.
I've decided to do a big multi-board project. Multi-board is a certain grid, I don't know, ecosystem that is kind of open source. It's not open source. I don't want to call it that. It's like you can do everything for free, but in order to do it well, you have to give, you have to pay like a subscription. And it was $10 for 1 month. I think that's going to be plenty for me. You get access to like everything he has for 1 month. And it's one guy that kind of makes it. And, there's some opinions out there on whether, this is the right way to like publish files and all that. But yeah, listen, the guy designed the whole system. He deserves $10 for me. That's fine. But I'm printing a big board and I'm planning to put like my Steam Deck and my ROG Ally and my Switch. And then there's a project that like works with multi-board where I can route cables through it. So I'm planning to build like a charging wall for these things where I'm like going to mount a USB hub that plugs in and then run USB cables to each of the devices. And then I can hang, like since it's a big board, I can hang some accessories on there. And I'm essentially building the thing that I want people to sell. So
well, there you go.
I've had to do some really crazy stuff, and I'm like way off subject to games, but like I've had to do some really crazy stuff, like digging up old skills from college because I've had to get back into a CAD software. I've had to design some things to like attach to this board. I've had, you have to do the sketch, and then you have to extrude the sketch, and then you have to join or intersect certain bodies so that they create the objects it's been very, very fun to like relearn those skills and then actually create something that I'm going to print. So that's been a cool experience.
What's your success rate? Like how often do you have to restart a print?
Ooh, I've had to, no, rare, very rare. And I think that's a lot to do with the how far the printers have come. Like on my very first printer that I was talking about forever ago, didn't have auto bed leveling, didn't kind of have monitoring of like how hot things were. Like it just didn't, like it's so much smarter now. Like every time I start a print, the Bamboo A1, it levels the bed, right? It makes sure that everything's level so that everything here is right. The one problem I've had is just that I touched the build plate one time, like maybe in a place that I shouldn't have. And then the first layer had some trouble adhering to it. So, I mean, Bamboo and there, whatever. I don't know if other people do this, but I canceled the print and it said, hey, we noticed you canceled it. Do you want to see a printing quality guide? And I clicked on that. It said, what's your problem? And mine was adhering to the build plate. Clicked on that. And one of the things was like, if you touch your build plate, your oils from your hand, blah, 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 you should wash your build plate. Here's exactly how you should wash it. I followed those steps, put it back on, and I haven't had a problem since. It's actually been a really good experience.
Wow, that's great to hear.
So I guess maybe I'll take a picture of everything when it's done.
Ooh, yeah.
Like, because it's kind of game. I'm doing this for gaming related stuff, right? Like that, it fits the theme of P&A. So maybe it's all done. When it's all done and on the wall, I will take a picture and post it in the Discord.
All these people in my life that keep getting 3D printers and loving them and doing useful things with them are not healthy for me not having a 3D printer.
Yeah. The nice thing about people that get 3D printers that are passionate about them is typically they'll just print stuff for you if you ask for it.
Yeah, the problem is everybody I know that has a 3D printer lives far away from me, so they'd have to mail me stuff, and that just isn't sustainable. My dad has printed me a few things, but the stuff that you're doing, like I can't ask him to like print stuff for, weeks on end or whatever. Like I need my own 3D printer. It needs to happen.
Eventually, you'll get there.
Welcome back to Pride and Accomplishment. My name is Chris.
And I'm Jason. This is episode 171.
If you can't tell based on the last 10 minutes of us talking about 3D printers, I'm sick. So sorry about that.
We all take our turns. I think, 10 episodes or 20 episodes ago, I was sick. And now you got the bug.
Yep. I know. It's some kind of cold. It's not the flu, but it is some kind of head cold or something. And my throat is sore. So yeah, good times.
I don't want to say, oh, boo-hoo me when you're the one that's sick, but at least it's warm where you are.
Okay, fine. It is warm, but it's going to be cold next week. We're going to have, it's going to be almost not quite freezing where I am. So it's fine.
Oh, no. For those that don't know, I'm basically anywhere but Florida is cold right now. But I'm in Ohio and I'm looking, it's the day we're recording this, it is, 3 degrees with a low of -2. So it's a little chilly here.
Yeah, it's 83 degrees here. You come visit, but it's nice and sunny. There's no snow.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Okay. All right. Our last couple of episodes have been very, let's say, meta, big picture kind of thing. And Chris and I have decided to bring it down a little bit, a little closer to home, and talk about some of the things that we're playing, maybe a little bit of news about the Xbox Developer Direct. And then it's almost time for WoW. So, Chris, what have you been playing?
I have been playing some Deep Rock Galactic Survivor on my Steam Deck. This game was in early access for a really long time, and it just hit 1.0, I think sometime in the fall. It's been a very fun vampire survivor-like, I guess you would say. Survivor, it's in the name Survivor, but it's you walk around and your character automatically shoots and you collect stuff, and it's very good, don't have to think too hard. Really, the only button is the stick, so you don't actually have to do anything twitchy. It's just a good chill game.
How you bought this when it was early access and now it's out, or did you buy it that early?
Yeah, I've had it for a long time. I don't remember when I got it, but I've had it for a while and played it before, to the point where I have a save where it says early access save in the little save menu, and they're we recommend that you start over if you were an early access person. So I did.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so they've added a bunch of meta stuff. They've added a bunch of gear and meta progression-y things that you can get and use. So I figured it was best to kind of start from scratch. It's good. And they've done a good job. It's good power-ups. They feel good, you feel powerful. It's very nice.
In Vampire Survivors, the overarching goal of the game in my mind was to do all the achievements. Is that kind of a similar driving force in this one?
Yeah, this one they have different levels, and they have 3 objectives per level, so you can kind of tell if you're succeeding at all of them by getting all of those objectives, and you don't have to get them all in the same run. You can get them all kind of across different runs and stuff, and that gives you some kind of currency, which then the subsequent levels are gated on having some number of that kind of those meta points of doing the achievements. So it's got a nice progression system. And then they've also added, I think they added an endless mode, because that was one of the things that they were trying to figure out from a technical standpoint. And they've also added an escort mode, which you can't get to until you're halfway through the campaign, or the main, set of levels. So I'm looking forward to trying that, because I do like a good escort mission. It seems like it should be fun. Have you ever played this game? Have you seen this game?
I have watched someone play it on stream before, and it looked much more up my alley than Vampire Survivors.
Oh yeah, it's better, much better than Vampire Survivors, I think.
I remember, the level ups and power ups and guns and weapons, and I just were so much more in line with what I wanted out of a game, rather than, I don't know. Vampires, it was a great genre defining, $2 game, right?
Right.
It was a good game for what it was. But it wasn't my style or my thing. And I've been actually way more interested in this game. However, this is not the game you're talking about, but I am kind of just from the Deep Rock Galactic universe. I am waiting for the other one that you want to come out.
Oh, Rogue Core. Yes. Cause I don't know why, but that's just, I don't know. That's that's what I want to play. That's the co-op one. That's the one that's multiplayer.
That's the one I want to play.
Yeah. I requested access to their playtest months and months ago, and I haven't gotten it. Well, anyway, if you're ever
I
looking
assume
for
you're-
a very chill game, I would recommend Deep Rock Galactic Survivor.
I have not been playing a chill game. I've been playing Arc Raiders.
I've heard of this.
I've recently fallen off, right? I played it. It did the typical season 2 weeks. But it had been, it is, I still every now and then, but it's okay. So Skill Up did, I got to back up. Skill Up did a video on this. And he said, if you're not into PvP extraction shooters, you still should give Arc Raiders a try. And I said, ooh, wow, he's talking to me. And then he did more in his video where he continued to say, if you like any game at all, Arc Raiders might be for you. And I was like, all right. So I also, I don't know if I want to admit this, but I'm going to. There has been an Arc Raider streamer that has absolutely popped off. And it is the Burnt Peanut on Twitch and YouTube. And he came up on some of my like Instagram feeds, and I saw some of his clips, and he's like very, very, very high energy, right? So you see these clips on your phone and you're like, oh man, that must have been a really like high energy moment, really fun, really cool. And you kind of give him, I said, oh, okay, I'll go watch a stream tonight. And the first time I ever went and watched a stream, I'm thinking in my head, oh man, I wonder if I'm going to get to see like a high octane moment. And what I have learned is that he is so popular because somehow, some way, every single moment he's playing, even when he's just in the menus, seems to be this high octane, high energy moment. I fell in love with him. And actually, my girlfriend and I have been watching him almost every night.
Oh my gosh.
Just something on in the background, some fun thing to put on the TV. And he absolutely sold the game, right? It's fun to watch him. It was fun for the game. So we ended up, because of finding him and Scale Up's video, watching him, seeing him having a good time, he sold the game to us, and we bought it.
Yeah, you sent me a clip from this guy, and he is not my cup of tea, but I'm glad that you found something that you enjoy. But he is just too much for my sensibilities.
He's a lot. I think he's hilarious. He's a lot. I can't do like, he streams for like 7 or 8 hours, right? Almost every night. But I can't watch him for 8 hours. I can watch him for like an hour or so, and then I kind of put him on to fall asleep.
You'd have to like take a nap. Yeah, you'd have to fall asleep.
Yeah, you can't, like, I can't watch him straight. But like if we like what we've been doing is like if we fall asleep watching him, we'll watch, because he doesn't start streaming until 8 p.m. Eastern. We'll actually put him on at like 6 p.m. Eastern the next day to finish yesterday's stream, to watch it to the end. Like during dinner or something. It's just very entertaining. It's just very funny.
The problem that I had with him, I think, was that he's the kind of person that like will do anything for the meme and for the content, and like he just has no like sense of like decorum, right? There's no rules of engagement with him. Like he'll just do whatever, and that just is like completely antithetical to my like sense of order and morality. Like I do not like it. He's like chaotic, at least neutral, maybe evil, and that is not me.
Yeah, that's probably fair. I would say you have to watch more of him to find where, like, he does actually like try to lock in sometimes and be good at the game, but oftentimes, and he has said this straight up, like there are people that are looking for someone to watch that is really good at the game. If you're looking for that, go watch Shroud. Go watch, other people play the game. And he said, I'm not that person. I'm looking to play the game to have fun and be entertaining, which may not necessarily coincide with being good at the game. So, there are a lot of moments where I'm just like, what is he doing? But it ends up being funny. And that's his goal.
Good for him, I guess.
Anyway, Arc Raiders, the actual game, there's a lot of PvE elements to it. We ended up having a lot of fun, like collecting and like doing quests and you know, a little bit of PvP. It was kind of fun because you had to, like, you determined what kind of mood you were in. Like, do we want to engage other people, or do we want to kind of be friendly, or do we want to kind of like ride the middle of it where, like, if they look at us wrong or they seem threatening, we'll engage, but otherwise we, you know, we'll ignore other people in the lobby. And it kind of worked. It worked really well. I don't know what kind of matchmaking. I mean, they've come out and said that they do what do they call it? Aggression-based matchmaking. And it worked for us. I think it worked really well for us. So we had a lot of fun with it. I am interested in how the game evolves because I think it's become a lot bigger than they kind of planned for, and from my viewpoint. And I think we as kind of casual players hit a point where we were kind of done with it, but I think it has potential to do more. So I am kind of waiting for their next like big update to see what comes, and then it would draw me back in.
I watched you play this game for a little bit, and then I also heard you with the pitch of the, you know, skill up thing where it was like, if you know, this is the game for you if you don't like these games. And I said to you, Jason, I said, oh yeah, you know, maybe I should try this game. And you said, no, you shouldn't. And I was like, wait, what? So apparently it's not for everyone, but it is for most people.
I feel like you would get very frustrated if anything doesn't go according to plan.
Okay.
And this game is all about like nothing goes according to plan.
I see. I'm also not good at shooters, so there's that.
Yeah. Is that a fair assessment of your expectations for games, though?
I mean, I think I can be flexible, like flexible enough, I think.
Like there's an element where you just have to kind of shrug it off if you get ganked or PvP'd when you're not looking for it. You just kind of have to be like, meh, whatever. And I will tell you that playing with my girlfriend, she is not one of those people that can kind of just shrug it off. Like if she's looking for a fight and she loses, fine. Like she was looking for a fight. But if like she's going in and she's like, I want to be friendly, I want to just not want to PvP, and I just want to, but then she gets attacked, it can be a really frustrating experience for her. So, you know, there's this line where you have to be like, I don't want to PvP, but I have to be accepting of the idea that some people might not be nice.
I mean, I can accept that people are not nice, but like, yeah. There are certainly cases where if it's a matchmaking thing where the other people are just hopelessly better than me, that frustrates me. But if it's just a matter of like they decided to shoot and that's part of the rules and that's okay, that doesn't really bother me that much. I mean, I played a lot of Plunderstorm in WoW, remember? And that's the same kind of thing where it's like you're all kind of doing your own thing, but also it's Fortnite-like and you do have to kind of win at the end. And you get ganked by people that are way better than you quite a bit. So I feel like depending on the game, if the outside of game loop is there, I can stick with it.
Okay. If you feel that way, I would say wait for a sale and potentially pick up the game, because I'd be willing to play again, particularly with someone learning the game and having fun. And like, I don't know. I think it's the best way to play a game like this, because you know, the loop in my mind, unless you're like really having fun with the people you're playing with, does get a little boring, but introducing someone new to the game is a lot of fun.
Okay. I'll keep an eye on it.
So when it goes on 50% sale, you should pick it up.
Okay. All right.
Did you watch any of the Xbox Developer Direct?
I have seen the part about Forza, at least some of it, and it looks very, very pretty.
That's about as much as of it that I saw as well. And really the only part I truly cared about. I did go to the website that they kind of showed off, like the Forza dedicated website, and on there is a history of your Forza like career or whatever. And you can like upload all your stats and whatnot. And it had Forza Horizon 5 and Forza Horizon 4. And Forza Horizon 5 I had like nothing. I had like 0%, maybe 2% across the board. And then for Forza Horizon 4, I was like 98%, 96% for all of the achievements and whatnot. And I was like, okay, I clearly liked one more than the other.
Yeah, I guess. I played a little bit more of 5 than you did, but I still played the most of 4, I think.
I immediately upon seeing this was like, okay, I'm going to play this game. And now the decision making starts. Obviously not going to pre-order, but like, do I buy it or do I subscribe to Game Pass? What do that's the mode I'm in right now for Forza Horizon 6.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do. But probably going to go Game Pass wise because I had an opportunity to get a Game Pass code from a friend for a deal. So I will probably go in that direction just because I have it. But if it's really, really good, then I do have an Xbox gift card where I might just go ahead and buy it. Did you see what they're doing with the early access or whatever, quote unquote, early access?
The Ultimate Edition being 4 days early.
4 days early. Did you see how much it costs?
Yeah, the top level one's like $120, isn't it?
It's $120, and if you have Game Pass, it's $60 extra.
Yeah, I saw that. That's why my thing, like, do I want to, like, this could be a game where I just keep it installed and play it and don't need a subscription. And I don't know that I need the 4 days, though. I mean, the 4 days is meh. Like, I've really come around on the early access thing where I'm just like, if I get it and I get it, great. Like, I think does the WoW Midnight come with early access too?
It does if you have the Epic Edition. Yeah, it comes with a couple of days,
so, like,
I think.
If you get it, you great. But like on this one, like a lot of times I'm just like, okay, so it's an early beta period. Like that's how I kind of feel now.
Sure. I mean, I guess the other thing is the Ultimate Edition does come with the 2 expansions, which I don't know what they are, but like historically those have been fun and we've ended up buying them in the end.
Yes.
So I don't know. Yeah, it's a tough choice.
I think I'm leaning towards just buying the base game, but I don't know. It'll change by the time it comes out. It does have a release date, right? It's like May sometime.
Yes, it is coming in May
15th.
That's the early access date. May 19th is the official release.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, they've done the thing where if you do the early thing, you get it over the weekend, which is how they get you. And then it really comes out on the Tuesday after the weekend, and then you could wait till the 22nd to actually play it the following weekend if you're going to play on a weekend. I don't know that it matters. Like, we're going to talk about WoW Midnight in a few minutes, but like for a game like this, I really don't know that it matters. No, I don't. What's there to keep up with?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
It matters more about who you're playing with, and like it doesn't matter that much anyway.
Did you see the little tidbit on their trailer and video and all that it is coming out pretty soon, but I don't know that it has an actual date for PlayStation 5.
Yes, it's coming later. I don't know if it's later this year or early next year, but it is coming for PS5, which is surprising because I think the first like trailer I saw of it was from the PlayStation YouTube channel, which is not where I expected to first see that trailer. So it's interesting that they're going that all in on the multi-platform from the very beginning. I don't know how I feel about that. Do you know if you have these like play the Sony games or the Xbox games like on the other platform, do they let you log in with your like Sony or Microsoft ID on the other platform? Like I know Sony does on PC, like you can log in with your PlayStation ID on PC because that was a whole kerfuffle with Helldivers too. But like if you get Forza Horizon 6 on the PS5, can you log in with your, Xbox gamer tag and get your Xbox achievements for it?
Ooh, I don't know. I mean, obviously, like you can't, like if you buy it on an Xbox, you can't play the bought game on a PlayStation. Like,
sure,
purchases don't go over, but I guess I would assume that like the account itself must.
I guess I could find out because I could look up what happens with Sea of Thieves, because for Sea of Thieves on PC and Xbox, you log in with the same account. But again, that's PC and Xbox, not PS5. But Sea of Thieves does exist for PS5. I wonder what the login is for that.
Yeah. Can you just log into your account and play Sea of Thieves on a PlayStation 5 if you buy it? I imagine a world where the answer is yes. And I guess I would expect the answer to be yes.
Yeah, it looks like you can in Sea of Thieves at least.
The other game that was on this direct, or the other big game, I will say, was Fable. And while I have talked about Fable in the past, I'm just not there yet with the hype on Fable. And I really didn't get into anything they were showing. It was cool. It was nice. It was good to see, what they were working with. And it was, I think I saw enough of it to say, oh yeah, that looks like a good, well-designed RPG. Great. And then that's where I left it. Like I didn't get too much into it. I like of big games. I don't know when Fable's coming out, but like, it's not the game I'm looking forward to. I said it in a few episodes ago. The game I'm looking forward to is Clockwork Revolution. Like that's going to steal like all of the limelight for me this year. They talked about Fable and I was just like, thanks guys, but I'm not there yet. Did you feel the same way?
I mean, I'm looking forward to Fable because I've never played a Fable game. But yeah, I mean, Clockwork Revolution seems like it has a little bit more to it at the moment. And also the super high fantasy setting of Fable is less interesting than the kind of steampunky setting of Clockwork Revolution. So I don't know. I mean, that's the kind of thing where if I had Game Pass, I would play Fable, like, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm just not there. It's not anything about Fable. It's just that I think that for that type of game, my 2026 is kind of set. I don't even know if it's coming out in 26. I don't think it has a release date. But if it does, if it comes out at like the end of 26, it does not seem like a day one pickup for me.
Yeah, they say it's coming in 2026.
Okay, Chris. We have like 2 months. No, not even. Like a month and a few days.
Yeah.
To figure this out.
Like 2 episodes.
Yeah, really. I feel like it came out of nowhere. And you know what? A lot of people have been saying that because of the timeline of not being an August release or a September release or whatever. But WoW Midnight comes out March 2nd.
Yes. And you get 3 days early access if you have the Epic Edition.
Which I don't yet.
What? I thought you bought the Super Collector whatever thing.
Yeah, which gets mailed, has not arrived yet, and comes with an Epic Edition code in the box.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So I'm kind of just waiting for it to arrive in order to get the code to get my 30 free days. And I'm hoping, like, rumors are that it should show up within the next week or so.
Is that because you want to play the pre-patch stuff?
I want to play around with the pre-patch stuff. Yeah. And a lot of times the pre-patch has already come out. Like 12.0 has been released, but the pre-patch story, the event leading up to WoW Midnight has not come out yet. And that often offers like fast leveling and like, some a little bit of story, like, God, I can't remember what they did for the War Within, but it was like the echoes, the Azeroth echoes.
Oh, and yeah, they had you go back to all that stuff.
Every class up to level 70 or 80. That typically happens like, 2 weeks or 3 weeks before the expansion. So I really want to do that. That's what I want to engage in.
Do you have a lot of characters that need to be leveled up?
Yes, I have one of every class. And I think only 3 of them or 4 of them are at max level.
Okay.
Because it's the only ones I actually played.
Sure.
So I need to get them all up to max level again so that they're, 10 levels away from max when the expansion comes out.
Right. Yeah, I haven't been paying close attention to the mechanics of because they're doing a stat squish, but they're raising the level cap to 90. Is that correct?
I think that's right. Stat squish has actually already occurred. That came with the pre-patch. So like top level gear now is like 120 or whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
And all the numbers are super squished, and all of the class changes that were happening, like the simplification of the classes, all of that has happened, and the add-on purge has happened.
Yeah, I was actually I wanted to put this in our notes here because I found myself on a YouTube video of a couple of people that were setting up their UIs for Midnight after the purge of add-ons. And I have to say, it doesn't look terrible. Like people have figured out how to make it look basically the same as my UI used to look. So I don't think I'm going to have any trouble when I get in there.
I don't think I'm going to have any trouble either. I've seen a lot of it. and we can make it look very similar. What a lot of people have said is like, so WeakHorrors is gone. WeakHorrors is dead.
Yeah,
it's gone.
totally
It's
gone.
not coming. But what a lot of people have said is the things that you really liked from WeakHorrors, particularly from the like non-combat stuff and the like adjusting your UI stuff, a lot of them have just turned into more add-ons, like different add-ons,
more dedicated, like smaller single-use add-ons kind of thing.
Which I'm not sure I love, but I understand. I get it. So what I've chosen to do in terms of add-ons is go in completely 100, do like what I did for the War Within, go in 100 completely percent like empty, blank, and probably just install one thing at a time as I think it's necessary. I think the first thing I'll install is probably Baganon or Baganator or whatever the bag one is now.
Yeah.
And past that, I'm going to try very hard not to install other stuff until I say, hey, I have a problem I'm trying to solve.
Right. You'll have a nameplates one in like 2 days, I'm sure.
Probably, yeah. Because Plater still works. Plater is still there.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, there were some customizations that were taken away from Plater, but Plater is still there. But, you know, like they've also done a lot of work in the, you know, first party in-game plating customization, right? You can customize based on the type of mob now. You can, you know, there's like size and text adjustments like in game now as a part of the actual options. So do I need Plater?
Interesting. Yeah, I think I'm going to go this way too. I'm going to like nuke my add-on folder and like just see how things go.
I have, I don't know if this happens to you, Chris, but I always fall off of reading Wowhead. And then kind of like as it comes, like the news kind of starts to spin back up, I start to read Wowhead every day again. Like just, hey, what got published today? So I have started that trend where I'm starting to watch the WoW YouTubers and reading Wowhead kind of daily now again. And I think as soon as I get that package in the mail and get my code, I will be playing again.
Yeah, I got to strategically figure out when I'm going to, because I'm just going to buy the code, you know, online, so I don't have to wait for shipping. But I'll probably wait until sometime in like second or third week of February to jump in. It'll probably depend also on when you get your code, because that'll be a big draw for me. All right, Jason, I think we should wrap this up. We said it was going to be a short one. We're approaching the territory where it's not quite a short one anymore, so we should
we
probably wrap it up.
I want to know, Chris. I've been very selective with who I tell that I've been watching the Burnt Peanut, just because I feel like his stream is very
polarizing,
divisive. Yeah, I don't know. Like some people love him and some people hate him. So I'd love to know if anyone else knows who I'm talking about and has watched him as much as I do, because I don't know. I have really enjoyed his content. You can let me know if you also watch the Burnt Peanut and are a bungulator by joining the Discord, which you can get to at discord.pnapodcast.com.
If you want to find any of our older episodes or read our show notes, you can visit our website at pnapodcast.com. That's P, the letter N, the letter A, podcast.com. If
you're enjoying the show, we would love if you could share it with some others that might enjoy it as well.
Thanks for listening, everyone. We'll see you next time. All right, Jason, we talked about your 3D printing and rearranging your space in the pre-show. I have a little bit of a topic in the post-show because over the holidays, I found myself drowning in stuff in my office. Like I just had too much stuff, too many things in my little office, which is just a bedroom.
I know the feeling.
So I got into a little bit of a purge mode and a little bit of a rearrangement mode. And also I had this problem, self-created problem, where I had my computer up on top of a tall, chest of drawers thing. It's like an IKEA like drawer unit. Which was a little tippy, and I was worried that might someday get bumped into and fall onto someone or something. So I wanted to rectify that and fix it, and so I needed to move my big gaming tower off of the precarious position it was in and onto the floor. So I have rearranged my whole, that whole part of my space, and am debating rearranging it further. But it's really weird because it's something that I've had in this space for like 10 years, and I finally changed it. And now it's like changes the sight lines and it changes my peripheral vision. And it's very strange. Have you like experienced this before where you like change something that's been the same for an extremely long period of time?
Ooh, yeah. I guess at my last place, I moved my desk. It wasn't nearly as long as you though. But I know the feeling of like looking at the same wall in the same direction for so long, and then like kind of hey, my desk, I don't know if you're moving your desk, but like you're moving things around your desk, but I have changed, like moving, like flipping the wall my desk is on. And it's a very strange feeling. For me, it lasted, I don't know, a couple of days or a week or so. But I can imagine like it wasn't nearly as long. It wasn't 10 years.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like getting used to it. It's fine. What I'm realizing is I have a big piece of wall that used to be behind the computer that now could be used for nifty 3D printing storage, or maybe like an IKEA pegboard or something.
Yeah.
Thinking about that, and actually, as we're recording this, IKEA is having a sale on their little pegboards until tonight, so I may have to do a little bit of shopping. But I'm also considering moving my whole desk now that I don't have this tower blocking my sightline. I can see that my desk is like an extra foot out from the wall that it doesn't really need to be if I manage my monitor arms correctly. So I'm thinking about trying to make that all happen and be able to push the desk a little closer to the wall. Because I originally I had it far out so that I couldn't adjust the monitors and cause the arms to hit the wall. But like I've realized that I don't adjust the monitors. So like if I can fix them in the right place, then the wall will take care of itself. I also decided to free up some storage space because I have 3 monitors and I still have the boxes for those 3 monitors.
Why?
Well, exactly. So I am currently going to graduate those boxes at least to the garage and maybe out of my life entirely. But, you never know.
Here's the thing. I used to keep all the boxes for all of my monitors. I used to keep the boxes for everything. But that's when I was moving like every year. Because I moved at least once a year from the time I graduated high school to like 2 years after college. I would move either into college or out of college, or into apartment and out of apartment, or like into the internship and out of the internship. Like I moved all the time. So I kept all the boxes for everything. But once I moved into my house, I was like, everything's getting thrown away.
Yeah. I mean, I'm kind of the opinion, especially now too, because it's like all of these monitors are, I don't know, 8 to 10 years old. So it's like, I would try hard not to damage them, but if they got damaged in a move, I would replace them with something that's newer and nicer, probably an OLED something or other. So like, am I also motivated as I was to make sure they're pristine and don't get scratched and all these things? It's like, no, not really. They're getting old too. So like they still work great and I'm still using them and I'm not looking to replace them. But like, if I happen to be moving and if they happen to get messed up, then I would, replace them or whatever. So I don't need to necessarily keep the very, very large boxes, which were in the top of the closet inside my office. So I could store some other stuff that I found and probably should get rid of, but like better than monitor boxes.
What does the shelving situation look like in your closet? Because I have a closet right behind where I'm sitting right now, and it just has like the wire frame like for hanging clothes and one shelf on it. And like it's totally useless for a like computer office like I have. So I've been searching around on what I could do with it. Do you have anything special set up in your closet?
Yeah, so I have I don't know if you would actually call it a walk-in closet, but it's like a normal size closet like you're talking about with the wireframe and the one shelf and whatever, but it's double depth. So it's a little bit extra deep. Not quite a walk-in, like I said, but it's kind of like that. So what I did was I got a shelf actually from IKEA that was not like pretty, like it's just a very basic wood, unpainted, very simple shelf, and put it up inside the closet, right? So it's just completely inside the closet, and that gives me shelving on like half of the closet width. And it would fit in a regular depth. I think it would fit in a regular depth closet without too much trouble. So the other half is, for taller stuff or, suitcases and whatnot.
I have looked at essentially putting shelves up in the entire, like taking the wire decking down and putting shelves up in the entire closet. Sorry, going back to your computer. Have you moved your desk that your computer sits on?
No, my computer doesn't sit on the desk. Now it sits under the desk.
The tower itself, but you haven't moved like your monitors or where you sit or anything.
No,
like
that's
that.
all the same.
Do you still have your keyboard in your like your piano keyboard in your office room?
I do. Yes, it takes up a lot of space.
Yeah, that's why I was going to ask.
It does take up a lot of space off the one wall, but like I do enjoy having it. It's a nice thing to see, and also I sometimes play it, but not that often. But I found some ways to use some space well, because there's also an awkward chunk of space kind of between the end of my desk and the wall, where I was able to actually put a couple of old computer towers that I'm saving for reasons that I was able to put over there, and they don't interfere with anything. The biggest thing for me is I had to switch which side my little file cabinet is on. Like I had it on my left side, now it's on my right side because the tower's on my left side. So that's been a little bit of an adjustment. And also it messed with my standing desk because I had some stuff hanging off the standing desk that was reliant on things being in a certain place, and I bumped into them when I first moved them and tried to move the standing desk. But it's all good. It's fine now.
I think both of us could really benefit from, like you said at the top, some more wall storage. And I think that includes shelves. Do you have a lot of shelves in that room?
I have two
like just
big
on the wall?
bookcases. Like I have two very large IKEA bookcases.
But like you don't have anything over top of like where your monitors are.
No, I have a little bit of art, but like not much. And like I wouldn't be able to reach the wall from like behind my monitors if I wanted to right now. So I don't really want to hang stuff there, but this patch of wall that I just freed up by moving the tower would be perfect for something, because you can reach that.
Yeah. Like 2 or 3 shelves hanging off the wall.
Right.
I have to get better at that. I have to get better at seeing my rooms with that kind of stuff. Because I've always just said, oh, I need another table or I need a bookshelf, when I don't know, like 2, shelves on the wall might do what I need.
Right. Yeah, I've gotten a little bit better at that in recent years, and taking advantage of wall shelving, and it is actually really nice. Like, who knew that you could put shelves on walls?
I have found, I will tell you one tip is, the girls in my life have it figured out, going on Pinterest and looking at ideas for inspiration. I've never gone to Pinterest, but I will say there are some really good subreddits, particularly like ones showing off like, computer game rooms or computer rooms, or I don't know, man caves or whatever, right? Where I'm just like, oh, that's a good storage idea.
Mm-hmm.
So there's inspiration out there that I have been leaning on.
Yeah, I might be, the IKEA pegboard might be in my future, and then I'll have to figure out how to get some stuff 3D printed for it.
I was going to say, I don't know that I can 3D print you a whole board, but I definitely can 3D print you some accessories to put on that board.
Okay. I'll let you know.